What happens when swimmers race? They get tired. What happens to swimmers' skills when they get tired? They get worse. That reality will directly compromise their ability to finish races well and to swim as fast as they otherwise could. Because all swimmers are going to get tired when they race, it's critical that we can help them learn how to execute their skills when they're under pressure. Hi everyone, Andrew here, helping you help your swimmers get faster. Drills are often thought of as a tool to help swimmers improve their skills. And it's thought that the best time to use drills is when swimmers are swimming slow and when there's no fatigue, because that's the optimal time to learn. Reality is they need to learn how to execute those skills under pressure. And so while using drills without a lot of pressure is effective, using drills with pressure is just as effective for helping swimmers learn how to execute their skills when it matters most. There are two skill development realities that can often be ignored in training. The first is that specificity rules. More than anything else, you get what you train for. Swimmers will get tired when they race. You can see it, they know it, there's no real discussion there. Skilled execution also is different when swimmers get tired. You can see that, it's measurable, stroke rates drop off, stroke counts go up, speed goes down. There are changes in how swimmers swim. And so if we know that skills are going to change when swimmers get tired, and those skills are going to change for the worse, and we know that swimmers are going to get tired, well then swimmers have to practice their skills when they're tired so that they can learn how to resist the impact and the effect of fatigue so that they can hold their skills for longer so that they can swim faster. Second, challenge is necessary for progress in any area of life. Specific to skill development, you could have the absolute perfect drill. But if you do it in the exact same way over and over and over again, while they may learn something at first, they're not going to continue to learn unless how that drill is used. And so if you have really good drills, you want to have lots of different options in order to challenge them in as many different ways so that you can continue to help swimmers learn. However, we can still run out of options, so every tool is useful. And while people tend to stay away from fatigue when using drills because they think they'll make them worse, fatigue is actually a really great way to continue to challenge swimmers, to continue to help them learn how to execute skills better and how to execute skills better when they're tired. When using drills, I will almost always be putting them under pressure. And so I'll have swimmers perform drills when they're tired. And so as a result, you're going to get more resilient skills because swimmers are able to execute those drills at a high level when they get tired, which is going to happen in a race. And it's that much easier to execute those skills even better when we take that fatigue away. So drills under pressure are valuable because they help build resilient skills and they actually build better skills. Putting drills under pressure forces swimmers to learn how to execute skills when they get fatigued. Of course, they're going to get fatigued when they race, so we might as well work on that in training. And because we're doing drills, there's a level of a technical accountability that forces them to engage with their skills. And just when we add fatigue, now they're engaged. When they're tired, they've got to figure out how to make it happen. So that helps those skills become more resilient because when they get fatigued, they know how to handle it. They've been there before. They've practiced figuring it out. And they're confident that they can actually do it because they've done it consistently in training. The best way to help swimmers believe that they can finish races and that they can finish races well is to give them the opportunity to execute those skills under pressure in practice and do it over and over and over again so that they can actually believe that they have the ability to do that because they have proved it to themselves in training, in practice. Putting drills under pressure, adding fatigue to drills, also can result in better skills. It's not just that they can perform the same skill under more and more pressure, it's that they can actually learn to perform better skills. Because if swimmers can perform at a 90% level without fatigue, and then we add fatigue and they can then perform at 90% again and still hold it with the fatigue, we take the fatigue away, maybe they're at a 95% level, just using those numbers as examples. So the maximal level of performance goes up if we can improve the submaximal level of performance. The second thing is when swimmers are tired, they have to figure out the most energy efficient, the most effective ways to execute those skills to accomplish the goals. And so that's going to force them to find better ways to perform those skills. Because if they're using strategies that aren't very efficient, They cost them a lot of energy. They're going to struggle when they get tired. And so that forces them to explore. It forces them to figure out, how can I maintain my performance even though I'm really tired? And so they have to find ways to execute those skills better, in addition to just being consistent with their current level of execution. So how can we use this strategy? Well, you can implement it in any training context. Do it with speed work, do it with race training work, do it with endurance work. Challenge them to consistently perform the drills in a lot of different contexts with different types of fatigue is going to build an overall more robust swimmer. So for instance, if you only did drills during endurance work when they're swimming longer at more controlled intensities, that's great. That's an awesome starting point, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be able to do it at really high intensities when they have more of a racing type fatigue. And the same thing is true. And so if you only do it with really short, really hard, really fast fatiguing efforts, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be able to hold their skills together if they were to swim a longer race like 800 meters or 1500 meters. Different contexts put slightly different types of pressure, and that's really effective for building overall resilience. You also want to use the drills with other performance strategies. So give them performance goals, use training aids with the drills, use resistance, use hand postures, so you can challenge drills with fatigue in lots of different ways. There's no limits to the creativity there. The main idea is you're putting the skills under pressure and you're using drills as a major component of that. There's also different ways to create fatigue as well. One, you can just have them do drills that are fast with not a lot of rest. You can have them do drills after fast swimming. You can have them do drills in the middle of sets. There's lots of different options. No right or wrong. The only principle to kind of guide you is do drills, do them when they're tired, have them do it with speed. However you want to mix and match that, however you want to combine that, it's all effective for getting the changes that you're looking for. So here's our first set. It's kind of like a 200 butterfly type set. It's designed to help swimmers learn how to stay aligned, how to stay level as they fatigue. So they're going to go 350s, 25 single arm fly with flutter kick, and then 25 butterfly. They're going to descend those 1 to 3, and then they're going to go right into 4 times 50 butterfly, tight descend 1 to 4 to race effort. And then right after that 50, they're going right into a 25 butterfly with flutter kick fast. So we're doing the swim, we're getting them a little bit tired, and then we're going fast with the drill against that background of fatigue. The 50s get faster, it's going to make it more difficult to execute that drill well. Next set, we'll do those 350s the same way, set it up, and then we're going to go 4 times. Now the butterfly with flutter kick is fast, and then they're going into the 50, that's tight descend, 1 to 4 to race effort. So we've worked the skill, we've got them tired, and now they've got to try to maintain that skill when they transition into the 50s. Last round, they'll do those 350s again, and then they're going to go 3 times. They're going to go a 50, descend 1 to 4 to race butterfly. They're going to get more and more fatigued as they do that. Then they're going to go right into the drill that's fast, and then they're going to finish again with a swim that's fast where they're trying to hold the skills that they executed during those drills. So we're working on helping swimmers stay level on their fly. We're putting the drill under pressure. We're asking them to swim with those same skills and do that under pressure. And we're giving them performance goals that they're chasing as well. So lots of challenge here, but all with a skill focus, and we're reinforcing that with the drills. This set is an underwater kicking set, and we're focusing on stability of the upper body, learning how to control and initiate the undulation from the top of the stroke. We're focusing more on repeating fast efforts here and then moving into some swims where they're executing great kicks every wall. So they're going to start off with 6 times, 10 on, 10 off wall kick. Those are fast. That's going to get the legs tired, and it's going to work on that skill of controlling the undulation and learning how to create the undulation from the top of the body. Then they're going 350s choice, whatever stroke they want, but they have to go 8 fast kicks each wall. They're going to descend the overall time, the overall effort, 1 to 3 to strong. Next piece is the same concept, except we're going vertical kick, holding a buoy in streamline, and that is fast as well. Same thing, 10 on, 10 off. They're going to have to work that and be in control there. Then they're going to get a little bit more rest. They're going to go 350s again, still 8 fast kicks. They're going to descend 1 to 3 to stronger now, so the overall time should be faster, but they're still rocking those kicks every wall. Then we're going to do that 2 more times, and we're going to try to go faster each time with those 50s. So the idea here is you work the skills, put them under pressure on the drills, and then they're going to take those same skills take the fatigue that they generated during the drills and then execute that when they hit those 50s. So we're reinforcing skills, we're doing them under pressure, and we're giving them a lot of opportunities to execute a lot of great kicks and do it in the context which they ultimately need to do it in, which is swimming. And so we're not just working the underwaters, we're working the underwaters really, really well when they're actually swimming. Next set's a freestyle set. We're going to use a little bit different strategy to generate some fatigue here. They're going to go 4 rounds through. They're going to go 4 25s as fast as possible at 9 strokes per lap. They get 1 breath per 25. They're going to be out of breath. They're going to be going fast, and they're going to be swimming efficient. Keep it on about 15 seconds rest per repetition. And obviously the stroke count should be appropriate for your swimmers. You want to start low because each round we're going to add a stroke, and they're trying to go faster on those 25s. So start off pretty low, add strokes, and they should be able to go faster. And right after those 4 25s, they're going to go 100 paddle cap freestyle. They can do open turns. They've got to breathe left, right by 25, and they can only take 10 strokes per lap. Again, adjust the stroke count for your swimmers, but the idea here is they're going to be really out of breath after those 25s. They're going to be really tired after those 25s, and now they can do their recovery swim, but they have to execute awesome breathing the whole way through. The paddle's going to come off if they don't, and they have to stay long and be efficient. So we're getting them tired, then we're doing the drill. The drill is going to be done relatively slowly, but it's going to be done in a context where they really want to breathe. And when they do breathe, it's got to be a really good, clean breath instead of just opening up and just gasping for air. So a different strategy for putting drills under pressure, but if you have warm down swims within your sets, it's an awesome opportunity to throw the drills in because they have to execute those warm downs well. And while they don't have to try hard in terms of their effort, they do have to lock in and they do have to execute. And the more we can reinforce execution when they're a little bit stressed, the better. For another strategy to train drills and make them even more effective, check out the video below.